CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Brendan Purdy.
The direction will be to take books with pornographic images out of the libraries and to leave the classics alone.
Tonight on CTV News, turn the page. The province puts a pause on the ban of certain school library books. Good evening and thanks for joining us. The UCP government is changing its order directing schools to ban certain books. It had previously ordered school divisions to remove what it calls books with sexually explicit content from schools by October 1st. Now, that plan is on pause. In a statement today, Alberta's education minister said, "I'll be revising the order immediately to ensure that our classic literary works remain in school libraries while books with graphic pornographic images don't end up in the hands of children." The move, well received by the Edmonton Public Schools board chair, who says the board is grateful for the responsiveness to the concerns raised by parents, students, educators, and the community, adding that they appreciate the minister's decision to pause the implementation until further notice.
Well, it'll be paused for a couple of hours while the ministerial order is rewritten. The direction will be to take books with pornographic images out of the libraries and to leave the classics alone. I think that there was some misunderstanding of the order.
Nobody is arguing that you should have age and appropriate materials in classrooms. Absolutely not. You should not. But we should fund experts like teacher librarians to ensure that we're having the right materials in the right classrooms for the right ages, instead of just banning everything willy-nilly, which is what this ministerial order attempted to do.
Edmonton's Catholic School Division says that their administrative procedure on Learning Commons has long guided schools in selecting age-appropriate resources. The president of the Alberta Teachers Association called the ban an ill-timed game of red light, green light, adding that teachers were burdened with removing thousands of books as they prepared for the new school year, all for a now-defunct deadline. Students in the Edmonton area are back in class, with many of them starting their school year today. It's usually one of the most exciting times of the year. This year, though, it's full of uncertainty as teachers across the province could be hitting the picket lines. Evan Kenny breaks down how kids and parents are feeling heading into the school year.
I think they're almost at the age where they can maybe find something to do, but we are worried about their education and what if they'll fall back.
Carmel's daughters are starting grade 4 and grade 6. She's more worried about how a potential teacher strike could impact her kids' learning than what she'll do with her kids.
We're in a position where I think we would be okay just with with myself and my husband, but I know there are families that would have lots of concerns.
Many families feel the same way as they sit and wait to see what will happen next. Last week, the Alberta Teachers Association walked away from the negotiating table with the Teachers Employer Bargaining Association that is representing the province. That group then voted in favor of a lockout. The government says that would only be used as a reactionary response.
I can work from home some days, but yeah, no, I'm hoping they can get it sorted out and stuff, because I know there's a lot of parents that are struggling a little bit with that. So.
The teachers have until October 7th to hit the picket lines and would have to provide a 72-hour notice. Parents are hoping it won't come to that.
I support the teachers. I've come from a family of teachers and stuff like that, so hoping they can work it out.
We really appreciate the teachers and what they do.
The Teachers Employer Association would also have to provide a 72-hour notice before locking out teachers. Evan Kenny, CTV News, Edmonton.
Last week, the ATA turned down a 12% wage increase and the hiring of 3,000 teachers over the next 3 years. The province says no counteroffer was received. The ATA says teachers' wages have gone up by less than 6% over the last decade, and even with a 12% wage increase, they wouldn't be paid as much as teachers in other provinces. As kids head back to school, crossing guards are also back at their posts, making sure their classmates get to school safely.
Point, double check, proceed.
The Alberta Motor Association is reminding all drivers to be mindful of the 30-kilometer-per-hour speed limit in school and playground zones. The AMA says drivers need to be extra patient and cautious during drop-off and pickup times. It recommends avoiding these areas on daily commutes if you don't have kids in school.
And if you are a parent that is delivering students to school, we encourage you to leave early, get there in plenty of time so you're not rushing. And also we recommend that you consider parking a block away from school and walking your children. In fact, you'll probably get them there quicker and also safer.
During the last school year, police issued more than 1,500 tickets in playground zones. A man charged in the death of a woman this weekend had a criminal history. 42-year-old Kyle Lawman is facing charges of first-degree murder, aggravated assault, and breach of probation after a woman was found shot inside of an SUV downtown on Saturday morning. The victim has been identified as 39-year-old Priscilla McGreer. Norquest College confirms she was a casual instructor at the school. Court documents show Lawman was convicted of assault causing bodily harm 2 years ago. He was also charged with second-degree murder in 2018. Those charges were stayed. The documents don't say why. And Edmonton homicide detectives are investigating the death of a senior in the Old Strathcona neighborhood. Emergency crews were called to the area of 104th Street and 86th Ave around 8:30 on Saturday morning. Police say an 82-year-old man was found in the backyard of a home in medical distress. He was rushed to hospital where he later died. The Edmonton Police Service says it expects to release more information once the results of an autopsy scheduled for earlier today are complete. A Canada-wide warrant has been issued for a man believed to be behind a deadly shooting 6 years ago. 38-year-old Fahiye Ahmed is wanted for second-degree murder. Edmonton police say on Christmas morning in 2019, Edmonton police responded to reports of shots fired near 117th Street and 107th Avenue. Outside the apartment, police found an injured 28-year-old man who later died from gunshot wounds. Police are asking anyone with any information to contact them or Crime Stoppers. The City of Edmonton says a summer pilot project to make Old Strathcona more pedestrian-friendly was a success. The Old Strathcona Farmers Market saw more people coming through its doors on weekends when 83rd Avenue was closed to vehicles. As CTV's Merrick Takash reports, the city plans to expand the initiative.
This stretch of 83rd Avenue right in front of the Old Strathcona Farmers Market has looked a little different compared to previous years.
There's been a lot of great things for kids. My little guys loved it, and so I think it's fun. It brings people out.
We love it. I think it's great. We need more areas like this in Edmonton. Then more people can come down and enjoy the atmosphere here.
The area in front of the market was transformed into a pedestrian-only space during 4 different weekends over the summer.
It's already a great destination, already a great neighborhood. It's such a draw for people outside of the city, and so this strategy is just the way to help make it even better.
The change is making the market even busier.
Numbers have gone up on our event weekends by about 10%, which is huge for us because we get thousands and thousands of people every weekend here.
Staff at the farmers market would like to see the street closed to vehicles and bikes more often.
Permanently in the summertime would be great to get pedestrian traffic through this area. It would really benefit the farmers market and the back alley businesses as well.
The project is part of the city's Old Strathcona public realm strategy.
Long-term plan could be for it to be pedestrianized permanently, but for the time being our focus is on a temporary, occasional, seasonal activation.
As for next summer, you can expect more events like these around the Old Strathcona neighborhood.
Over the coming years, we'll slowly start to see more events or activations like 83 Ave, and then longer term changes to improve some of the parks or the sidewalks and streets.
Merrick Takash, CTV News, Edmonton.
Well, there was some disappointment yesterday for people hoping to shop at a brand new Zellers store.
I'm very happy that Zellers is here. It will give Walmart competition, and that's what we need. Edmonton needs this. Londonderry needs this. So I'm very happy to have them back.
People might be happy to have Zellers back, but they'll have to wait a bit longer to make their first purchases. Despite saying it was going to open yesterday at noon, the long line of people waiting, well, they ended up being turned away. The retailer was slated to open in the former Hudson's Bay location at Londonderry Mall. There were several goods and displays inside the store, as though it was ready for shopping, but there were no staff inside. Londonderry Mall staff told CTV News Edmonton they expect Zellers will open later this week. One of Edmonton's oldest buildings is on the market. In fact, it's so old it wasn't even a part of Edmonton when it was built near White Avenue in 1911. CTV's Matt Woodman has more on the history of the Connaught Armory and what its future may hold.
I'm surprised at how light it is. It is truly light, and that there are so many historical features in here which are truly beautiful.
This is Catherine Ivany's first time inside the Connaught Armory in more than 40 years.
I came here as a student at the university because this was the place, the hopping place to be in the Club Malibu days.
This 114-year-old building has always been a gathering place, whether you were outfitted to dance or to fight.
This building was built before the First World War.
The Connaught Armory was finished in 1911, a year before Strathcona and Edmonton amalgamated into one city. It was used for military purposes during the First and Second World War.
They used areas like this and the park outside to do their drills, to take their tests, and they would often be recruited and mobilized out of here, so all the paperwork was done in the armory offices.
It served as a meeting place for veterans until 1965, when the federal government sold the building to the city. From the mid-70s through the 90s, it housed a variety of restaurants and nightclubs. Youth empowerment and support services used the space until last year. Now the building is up for sale.
I think it's very rare that a building like this has come on the market.
Carolyn Bowl is part of the city's team tasked with selling the old armory.
I think we maybe gotten a little bit more attention on the building than we expected.
The city is asking for nearly $2.5 million and is accepting offers for a few more weeks. Bowl says some groups have pitches for the armory, while others are more interested in redeveloping the parking lot.
We don't want to be too specific, give away anybody's secrets on the site, but it is definitely going to be interesting reviewing those offers because it really is a wide range of uses.
Reviewing those offers could take months because the armory is a legally protected municipal and provincial historic resource site. Any renovations will require their approval, and demolition is not an option.
There are lots of interesting developers in the city who are doing interesting things with historic buildings, so I'm really looking forward to see what could come out of this space.
Who knows what the inside could look like the next time this city historian visits. Matt Woodman, CTV News, Edmonton.
The city's Animal Protection Unit recently rescued more than 80 snakes from an Edmonton home. The city says on August 20th, it searched a house and found 83 snakes, a gecko, a tarantula, and 2 cats. It says the majority of the snakes were emaciated and in poor health. A city representative called their condition deeply concerning. Since being rescued, the animals have been provided appropriate housing, food, and medication. The city says it's investigating whether to lay charges. A bear cub was spotted wandering through a Calgary neighborhood over the weekend. Police and Alberta Fish and Wildlife cornered the cub as it tried to climb a tree in the Signal Hill area. It was first spotted around 10 a.m. Saturday morning. A crowd gathered as authorities tranquilized the cub partway up the tree, causing it to fall. The cub wasn't hurt and has since been relocated. The Edmonton Valley Zoo is welcoming a new member to the family. Sal Jew is a 6-year-old Lar Gibbon that came to Edmonton from the Assiniboine Park Zoo in Winnipeg. She's taken time to get used to the zoo behind the scenes and got to meet her new partner, Sulawe. The zoo says Sal Jew is quiet, loves greens, and has a bit of a sweet tooth.
New is exciting. So yeah, it's kind of new ambassador for the species. It's exciting to see some of the natural behaviors that kind of entails with it. You're going to see a lot of them right now just as they're kind of getting used to each other. So it's a good time to come to the zoo and see what they're up to.
You can see with her and Sulawe what they're getting up to at the zoo right now. There may be additional barriers to keep people at a respectful distance while the gibbons get used to each other. Dogs didn't seem to mind the smoky weather yesterday as they made a splash while raising money for charity. Grosvenor Outdoor Pool was transformed into a doggy pool Monday. Only dogs were permitted in the pool, and owners were able to supervise them from the sidelines. Admission to the event was a donation to the Second Chance Animal Rescue Society through cash or new and gently used pet-related items.
St. Albert's a huge community that supports dogs. We see it in our trails, parks every day, and for 2 hours for them to bring it out, it's really great. You know, it's exciting to see the dogs' faces, and the owners as well.
The dog gets to burn some energy, and he loves swimming, and so it's kind of like a win-win.
This annual event started back in 2012 and always happens on the last day of the season for the pool. Just ahead, an excellent endeavor. One Alberta town attempts to break a world record for the largest egg on a spoon race. Plus, one last squeeze. An Edmonton family produce a prized treasure, their father's final accordion album.
We had to get this produced. We had to get this done, and it became a mission.
Good evening, folks. Temperatures into the low 20s in Edmonton today, 22. Look at the mid-20s across the northwest, but just mid to upper teens in northeastern Alberta. We'll see temperatures jump by a handful of degrees tomorrow here in the city. Smoke's probably going to stick around, though, in varying intensities for the next few days. Show you the smoke outlook and your 5 to 10-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Welcome back. Hundreds of people gathered in Vegreville on Saturday in an attempt to crack a world record. CTV's Sasha Petramala reports on the small town race.
We don't know officially if we've broken a record.
In a park under one giant egg, hundreds of small eggs.
That beautiful egg in the background, our Pesica turning 50 years this year. That Pesica means just a tremendous amount to our community.
In celebration, a community day with one shared goal.
I've already got the shakes a little bit. Pressure's on.
It's an attempt to break the world record for the largest egg on spoon race.
We've got 10 minutes to complete everybody from start to finish. It's 100 meters that they have to travel, and we can only lose 10% of all participants, meaning if you drop your egg, if you touch your egg on your spoon once you've taken a stride over, you are disqualified.
The current world record was set last year in Mexico with 2,039 participants.
We're hoping for 2,500 people. We're not sure. It's going to take us probably a few days to total all of the numbers to make sure that, hey, everybody was accounted for. But either way, it's been just an incredible turnout. A ton of people from Edmonton. 3, 2, 1.
The record attempt was over quickly. For some, the event was more than simply walking an egg over the finish line.
I think it's serious competition. We're just out here to have fun without dropping the egg.
Easier said than done over 100 meters.
I'm probably going to drop it halfway through.
They haven't tallied the final numbers, but no matter what, racers will look at the results sunny side up.
Feels good. Feels good. Hopefully it makes a name for our town. We're known for the world's largest Easter egg. Now we're going to be known for the Egg Challenge.
Sasha Petramala, CTV News, Vegreville.
A family in Edmonton is paying tribute to their late father by releasing new music. They stumbled upon a master tape of their father's work that was never released. Now, the sounds of his accordion are music to their ears. CTV's Merrick Takash has the story.
Paul Sveen is pressing play on a special record, his dad's 29th and final album.
We were cleaning the house out, and we happened to find a box with several master tapes in them. I recognized the names of the albums in it, and I go, these are my dad's albums.
Paul's late father, Olaf Sveen, was a decorated accordionist from Norway. He immigrated to Canada in 1949. Olaf sold more than 300,000 records. However, this one was never released.
We had to get this produced. We had to get this done, and it became a mission.
Olaf died in 2007. Since then, his family has taken it upon themselves to finish the record titled Double Trouble.
He really went out of his way to record this album, but he never produced it, and that was, to me, the mystery.
The record is a double album featuring Olaf playing 2 different accordions.
It's such a find because my dad was an old school musician, and there's not very many of them left.
The family is choosing not to profit from the album, instead releasing it on YouTube for all to hear.
We feel like he helped us get this finished.
Merrick Takash, CTV News, Edmonton.
A new 4-legged friend has moved in at Red Deer Polytechnic, although the school says that Dr. Wolf isn't quite what you'd expect from his name. Red Deer Polytechnic marked International Dog Day by introducing its new robotic dog. Dr. Wolf is an intelligent biotic robot who is unleashing new research possibilities. The college says the dog blends purpose and entertainment, showing some of the real-world uses, real tech advancements in education and industry. Dr. Wolf has many abilities. It can navigate complex environments that are unsafe for humans. The dog has an open source program allowing for anyone to program it. RDP says the robot can attend events and help facilitate tours. After the break, celebrating all things Alberta on Labor Day.
Well, it's my favorite province. We've lived here all our lives and plan on doing that until there's no time left.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Welcome back. Temperatures slightly above average today. 20 is now the average daytime high. We get to 22 this afternoon. We'll stay above average, it looks like, for most, if not all, of the next week and a half. I don't think we're going to get back into the low 30s like we were last week. Tomorrow will be our hottest day for the next little while, somewhere in the 26 to 29 range. You do have fairly clear skies aside from the smoky haze out there. The exception is northeastern Alberta, where you may even see a few spotty showers there tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. Here in Edmonton, well, watch the smoke roll in from the west-southwest through tomorrow morning. So we're in a moderate risk on the air quality health index through the day today. Looks like it'll be moderate risk again through tomorrow morning. Maybe it gets a little bit better late in the day tomorrow, but look at all this stuff north. That's some really thick smoke that it looks like by Wednesday night starts to drift in. The wind late tomorrow swings around, comes out of the north-northwest, and gets pretty gusty. So through the afternoon, through tomorrow night, and into Thursday, you have wind gusts to about 40, maybe at times 50 kilometers per hour. That will initially draw that thicker smoke in for late tomorrow night, early Thursday morning. But then it may actually blow that thickest smoke out of here, and we may see some improvements through Thursday afternoon. Temperatures will cool off in that northerly flow as well. Mid to high 20s tomorrow, closer to 20 for a high on Thursday. You're in the 5 to 8 degree range in east central and northeastern Alberta tomorrow morning. 10s, 11s through the Peace Country into Red Deer. About 12, 13 degrees in Edmonton tomorrow morning. Low to mid 20s across the northeast. Mid to upper 20s and through the northwest, close to 30 there in Grand Prairie, 32 for Jasper. Heat warning in effect for Jasper, 30 in Red Deer, and low 20s into Lloydminster tomorrow. We'll see some gusty wind tomorrow afternoon, hazy conditions for the next couple of days. 28 tomorrow, back to 20 on Thursday, and then low to mid 20s for Friday through the weekend and most of next week as well. That is your forecast.
It was a busy weekend at the legislature grounds for Alberta Day celebrations.
Well, it's my favorite province. We've lived here all our lives and plan on doing that until there's no time left.
The Alberta government says it's a chance to salute our province and its unique spirit, culture, and heritage. Events this weekend included a petting zoo, beer garden, market, and live performances. People were proud to say why they choose to live here.
Oh, there's so many things I couldn't even begin. I like the attitude, I like the openness, the freedoms we've got. You know, it's just a fantastic province.
I love it. I love Edmonton and Calgary both. I don't know which one I like better, but I like big cities.
You know, Alberta is beautiful. We got it all, right? Every time I'm on that highway between Edmonton and Calgary, because I have family in Calgary, I'm looking out at those prairies and the mountains in the distance, and I think how blessed I am.
Alberta Day has been celebrated on September 1st for 3 years. All right, folks, that's all from us tonight. Thank you for wrapping up your Tuesday with us here on CTV News. We'll see you back here tomorrow night at 11:30. Until then, take care and goodbye for now.